What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming back again this week. I'm Tiff Iden, the account manager here at Computing Dynamics. And this week, as you can see, I've switched it up. I am here in my home office. So even though our office is now open, it is with some restrictions, which includes rotating the staff through so that we don't have too many people in a small space at once. I have been saying now for a while that we need to talk about Eclipse and what it can do for you and your business, but especially right now because of COVID-19 and the state that it's left us in. Eventually we won't need to talk about this in every video anymore, but for now it is still very much part of our day-to-day and is still having a huge effect on our customers. So I wanted to take a few minutes just to go through some of the features of the software and how it can help you as you continue to recover. Eclipse is a software that takes the annual budgeting process, which for a lot of new customers we find ranges from either what is a budget, we don't do that, to just spreadsheets and meetings and a lot of back and forth and manual revisions and then having to manually report against it for the rest of the year. So if you're anywhere in that range of customers, this is a software that could really make a difference for you. Eclipse is all about taking the planning that goes into building a budget and grabbing all of your historical data that's relevant, figuring out the seasonality and how that factors into your calculations, and making it as simple as a couple of tweaks and using the collaborative tools to get input from your team, finalizing it, and then rolling it right back into the reports you're already using. If you want to make a change to your overall volume and sales, you don't need to go across your entire budget and manually update all of your units month by month. You can easily do things like bottom-up calculations where you know what you want your new total to be, but in terms of how that spreads out across the months and across the vehicle lines, it can work backwards for you, again, based on your unique history and seasonality. But how does this factor into right now as you're recovering from COVID-19? Why do I think that this is particularly helpful for you? The answer to that question is budgeting is now at the forefront. I think it's probably harder than ever for a dealer to make the time to sit and plan out your operations, especially because the first part of this year was us reacting to things that we never expected, and the budget just went out the window. But now that we are through those initial phases where it hit our economy, it really impacted our sales, and now we're in this place of needing to recover. A budget could be a huge tool in helping you do that. Some of these unexpected expenses that have popped up that were not on anyone's radar at the end of 2019, but have now taken over the 2020 budgets, like PPE and sanitation. These are things that, going forward, now we have the opportunity to plan for them properly and we can incorporate them into our overall operations and operational budget. So how do you get a budget done when you have less staffing power to support it? If you're doing things like spreadsheets and manual reporting and tracking and putting all of that together and then trying to collaborate through meetings and shared spreadsheets, that is a huge time suck for your staff that are already kind of pushed to the brim in a lot of cases. So Eclipse is going to be something that allows you to do that necessary planning work that would be so helpful for you to have a game plan. You know where you're leading your team through the rest of this year and into 2021 without it having to take up a huge chunk of time for you and the rest of your core staff. The next thing is, we've talked about adjusting the budget for the rest of 2020, but another important thing here is 2021 is going to be a new year. And although I hope we're past the worst of it in terms of closures and how that affects our revenue sources, I also realize there's going to be some things with this that are going to stick for a long time. So some of those accommodations that you've already had to make into your budget for things like the personal protective equipment, hand sanitizer, additional staff to sanitize vehicles, or if you've had to make staffing reductions because now you're doing more of your sales online and you don't need as many people in the showroom anymore. These things might be around for a while yet. How does a 10% staff reduction going into 2021 affect your overall numbers? How does that factor into your operations? These are scenarios that you can run using the tool. So if that's something you want to do for 2021, that is definitely an option as well. Lastly, any budget that you build in Eclipse rolls right back into Finex for easy reporting. So when we talk about expense controls, this is another way we do it. Using reporting against forecasts is not especially helpful when that forecast has kind of gone off the deep end when a pandemic rolls in. However, as you begin to recover and now you're getting used to kind of the long-term effects of that and things start to stabilize a bit, having a new plan in place and being able to easily report against it and make sure that you're staying on track as the year progresses is going to be helpful for your business. Again, this is just a quick video to let you know some of the key high-level things about the tool. It's really neat. If you haven't had a chance to see it before, I'd love to take you through it. Eclipse itself really only takes about 10 minutes to take you through it, so book some time with me below. And otherwise, I'm going to leave you with that for now, and we have some exciting announcements coming for next week about our business and some new ways that we can help you. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to find out when the latest videos are happening. And other than that, take care of each other, enjoy the beautiful weather outside, and we will see you soon.